Hi community members, my name is Jennifer Dill with CIR Realty. Welcome to Getting to Know You. Be joined by Shauna Baty, YYC author extraordinaire. Hey Shauna, welcome today.
Thank you, Jen.
When did you know that you wanted to become a writer?
Oh my goodness, it was several years back actually. I just started writing short stories, just kind of a cathartic process. Nothing serious, just letting my energy flow onto a piece of paper, but I didn't really think much of it at the time. And then fast forward a few years later, I wrote a short little story about my son because he conveyed a little interesting story about his girlfriend in grade 5, which was very, very serious, and that he broke up with her because he no longer liked her. So of course I went into my 20 minutes mom spiel about you can't do that to the little girls. They're so emotional, you're gonna hurt her feelings. And when I finished all of that, he's like, yeah, but I still don't like her, Mom. So men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
That's
so
right.
I learned my lesson. But I wrote it down thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna show this at his wedding. And so it just kind of started to percolate. And to be honest, the true catalyst was when I separated from my partner at the time, and I thought, well, of course, all of our friends would remain intact, and I was kind of left quite alone, to be quite honest. And I thought, well, what does this mean? What does a real friendship mean?
Mm-hmm.
What is I call fair weather friends
Yes.
as well. And it turns out that most of them were and still are fair weather, but they're no longer friends. Besides, it freed up a lot of data space on my phone anyway, so I just deleted the
Incredible.
contacts. So anyway, that one little story became the nugget, and then the catalyst turned it into a book about, well, what is friendship? What does it mean for people?
And so would that you say that's where you got your inspiration for your latest book, Weed Your Garden?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. And do you find that what you've written in there has been cathartic as well with getting through that breakup with your ex-partner?
Yeah, it wasn't even so much that as it was the friendship loss. And
Yeah.
I have to say that I've become actually a lot more intentional on weeding my garden of friends since then, because I realized how much a toxic relationship can affect one's life.
Okay.
And so as the book states, it's actually not a how-to guide, it's a why-to guide to clean up your garden
Interesting.
of those toxic people. So very cathartic. And it's a little book, but it packs a pretty big message. And
and thank you for sharing that information with us. I'm sure our viewers will be very pleased to hear that take on toxicity within your life. What advice would you give for somebody who wants to become a writer?
Well, first of all, I would say as long as you're not dead, you can still write. Note to self. It's never too late to start writing. And one of the biggest pieces of advice I would give people is that start from the heart. Just take a piece of paper, take a pen, and write whatever it is. You can buy writing prompt books. They're great because there's like questions throughout the whole book, and you just jot down little words, and so it really starts to help create that part of your brain and training it. But one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give anybody is read. Read. Good writers are excellent readers. Okay. So I think I've given away more books than I even have here anymore. But and secondly, very importantly, is consider your goals. Like, why are you writing? If it's just for yourself, you want a journal, no problem. If you want to become a, best-selling author, then you have to really take a hard look at what it takes to get you there.
Okay.
Because believe it or not, the writing is the easy part. It's the marketing that becomes such a huge hill to have to climb. And last but not least, the best advice I can give anybody is stay calm and weed on.
Thank you so much, Shauna. That's excellent advice. And once again, this is Jennifer Dill with CIR Realty. Thank you for joining us, community members. Thank you, Shauna, for all your information tonight.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you in and around the community in Arbor Lake. Please stop and say hi once you see me. Thank you and good night.